Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time you're watching this. One piece of hair is really gonna get on my nerves, but let's pretend it doesn't exist. Welcome to my channel, welcome back if you're a returning viewer. If you're a new viewer, my name's Charlotte. I do a little bit of everything, and today I have some product empties. I feel like this is not quite as full as usual. I don't remember when I did my last product empties. I will link my most recent one in the description box. The format of these videos is quite simple. I'll do like a condensed version on TikTok, quick fire round. But do I like the product? Yes or no? Would I rebuy the product? Yes or no? And then a few thoughts on the product if I have any. I know for certain that there are quite a lot of regular products in here, so quite a lot of repeats. So if you've been on my channel for a little while, you'll have seen quite a lot of these products before. There is some new ones, just nothing like substantial. I never rinse out anything before putting it in here, and everything is so greasy and oily. I always like to sit on the floor to do my product empties. Now, as usual, there are a few things in here that have been sent to me as a gift for free from brands, as PR. Now, how it works for like the majority of influencers or content creators is brands will send you stuff for free with no obligation to post. So anything that's been sent to me in this box has not been sent to me for a feature in this video, and I will always give you an honest review. I would never let that get in the way. For any items that have been sent to me that are in this box, I'm going to tell you, obviously, just to be transparent as we get to them and still give you an honest review, but just so you rest assured. Let's get into it. We have a mix of body care, skincare, supplements, hair care. I'm going to start with the greasiest one because it's leaking all over everything and I want to take it out. First of all, I'm going to start off with the Nala's Baby body oil in the scent Vanilla Cloud. I was recommended this by a follower because one thing about me is I'm really big on body care, moisturizing products. I usually oil and moisturize. One thing you're never going to catch me with is dry skin, and I really wanted like a true vanilla body oil scent. One thing I feel that's like hugely lacking in the UK is actual body oils that are moisturizing and have a beautiful scent. So a lot of the oils you get in conjunction to perfumes or from the slightly bougier brands are really scent focused and not necessarily that nourishing or good for your body. Or equally, a lot of the ones that are focused on your body are just quite plain scents. I'm thinking like Aveeno, Palmer's, etc. We're getting better at it, but still not a huge amount. The scent of this is lovely. I knew that it would obviously be very, very gentle for your skin because obviously it's formulated for children, toddlers and babies. 99% natural, it says. Sunflower oil, apricot oil, olive oil, castor oil, coconut oil. Loads of stuff in it, loads of nourishing soft stuff. Overall, I'll say it lasted me a really, really long time, which is great. That's what we love to see from an oil. Don't think I love it. I felt like it didn't have a lot of slip, and I know that sounds really silly for an oil, but I would have to go back to it quite a lot when putting it on. It didn't spread very easily. Like, I'd put quite a lot in my hand, start rubbing it up my leg, and it wouldn't travel very far. Like, I'd be able to do kind of like knee down. I would have to go back for the front and the back of my leg, and I was putting quite a lot of my hands. It did feel like it soaked in fairly quickly for an oil, which was quite nice. You wouldn't spend ages and ages and ages feeling like greasy. Like, it would go in, it wouldn't sit on top of your skin, which is what was really nice. Sorry about any seagulls in the background. One thing I didn't like about this was the packaging. The packaging just gets disgusting. Like, the packaging gets so oily, which is made worse by the fact that you need to keep going back in and adding more. So I'd be revisiting the bottle like quite a lot, and then the packaging gets really greasy. For me, it's just like a sensory thing. So the best packaging I found for a body oil so far is the Palmer's In Shower Oil. It's a squirt top pump, so you're really not doing much hand contact with the bottle while you've got oily hands, so the bottle can stay quite clean. I know that feels really pedantic and really petty, but that for me is like a really big thing, is packaging of things. It did smell lovely. It was quite a nice oil. It wasn't my favourite texture. I do think it gave me some spots on my chest, but that's fine. I just stopped using it on my chest. I've got quite sensitive skin on my chest and on my back, so it is what it is. As a full-sized adult, that lasted me a really, really long time, so I'd imagine that would last like obviously so much longer if you're a baby. Do I like this product? Yes. Would I rebuy this product? No. I bought my boyfriend the lotion of this to try out because he's got really sensitive skin, and I think I would much prefer to use the lotion rather than the oil. still on my journey to find the perfect oil, so if you have any recommendations for body oil, please let me know. I've tried Palmer's and I've tried Aveeno, and those are kind of front runners at the moment. Hair care is where we visit a few regulars, so next up we're going to do the Herbal Essences Purify and Hydrate shampoo. This is in the flavour Strawberry and Mint. This is a tried and true favourite of mine. I know not everyone really likes herbal essences, but this has been really good to me over the years. It used to be called Daily Detox, and then I think they realised people don't like the idea of detoxing shampoos. So because of the mint, this is a really, I don't want to say clarifying shampoo, but it's quite a strong shampoo. If you get a lot of product build up or very greasy hair, or you just wait a long time between washes, which I do, I'm better now, I'm probably like once a week, but I used to be like once every 10 days. Or if you oil your hair, this is a really good, affordable first shampoo. It gets my hair feeling really clean. It gets a really good lather. It's cheap, so you don't feel bad using a lot of it, and it just really gets any kind of like gunk or build up out of your hair. I probably wouldn't use this every wash, but I would use this if I'd had a few days of doing a slick back and I had like a lot of wax and gel in my hair. This just makes sure that you get everything out really properly. This would be my first shampoo. I do shampoo twice. I really recommend everyone shampoos twice. Long story short, do I like this? Yes. This is almost always in my cupboard, which answers the next question, would I rebuy it? Yes. I alternate between shampoos quite a lot, and this is Old Faithful. I always end up coming back to this. Let's do another hair care while we're here. This is the second step of my hair care routine. This is the Nourishing Hair Food in Banana by Garnier. This is my girl. Again, cheap, although it's getting more expensive. Do you know how much I saw this for the other day? I saw it for like £9. You should never really buy this if it's not on offer. It used to be like £2 and now it's like £4 on offer. But yeah, this is my jam. This is like a 3-in-1, so you can use it as a conditioner, as a mask, or as a leave-in. I've heard great things if you're a curly girl and you've got curly hair. This is great for all hair textures from what I've seen. I know a lot of different people that use this. Again, this is a tried and true conditioner for me. The smell as well is divine. I've never tried any of the other flavours. I just always go back to this one. I think it's good value for how much you get, and I wish they do refills though. Like I wish they did a tub of this with like a sachet that you could refill. I know this is recyclable and made out of like something organic, but yeah, I just feel a bit wasteful buying these constantly. However, I have got a new tub and they've changed the packaging, and I'm not sure if the formulation's the same. I'm nearly finished of it, so in my next empties video you'll hear my full and complete thoughts. Yeah, I would rebuy this. I do. It almost features in every single video I have, and I do really like it. That was the wrong order, but you know what I meant. Next up is makeup, and we have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Loose Setting Powder in the shade Translucent. This was in a box in my cupboard. Believe it or not, this was from the Space NK advent calendar I got like 3 years ago. I got this travel size powder and I'd never used it. It was just brand new, boxed up. I found it in like the bottom of a makeup bag. So when I ran out of my powder, I decided to use this. Initial thoughts were not great because I love my powder that I regularly use so much. But you know what? She's that girl. Very white translucent powder, which concerned me a bit when I looked at it, because usually translucent powder is like a nudie colour, but no, very white, very finely milled, which I was a bit worried about as well because it reminds me of the Laura Mercier powder. You know, it feels a bit silicone-y, but this was okay. It took me a little while to get used to. I definitely have to use a lot less of it than I did my previous powder, but this stuff, it mats you out so well. It took me about 2 weeks to decide whether I like this powder, and I do think I did in the end. It was quite impressive, I thought. I was really pleasantly surprised with this. Do you know what? It lasted me such a long time. I don't know when I opened this, but my powder that I use now is probably about double the size. I don't know how much product is in it, but it probably only lasts me a month. and this lasted me like 2, 3, 4 months maybe. So I really like the fact that the component is tiny, because I like a small product to go in my makeup bag. I really liked the texture of the powder in the end. I would have preferred a little bit more warmth to it, because it did leave me looking a little bit icy around here, but it was kind of a trust the process thing. I'm gonna see how much it is because I don't actually know. £28 on sale from 35, and is that the same size? Maybe this isn't a travel size. 25 grams. Right, okay. So this is the travel size. So this is 6 grams of powder. The full size is 25, £18 for the travel size. So I think you'd probably be better off getting the full size. Do I like this product? Yes, but it was a grower. It wasn't an instant love. So for that reason and a bunch of other reasons, I wouldn't rebuy it. I'm also just very wed to my current powder, which is like £10. I've bought it loads of times. It's the H&B Cosmetics powder. We will move on to the Breath Company Fresh Breath mouthwash, or oral rinse as they're calling it. This is a brand that you can get in America that's actually called a different name. So the bottles look very similar, but they're the same brand, and it's called TheraBreath, I think. This is like a dentist formulated neutralizer for morning breath or like bad breath. I've got no fucking clue how this works, but if you rinse and gargle with this in the morning, you don't get like bad breath for like the whole day. You know how like you might get coffee breath around 11 o'clock if you've drank a lot of coffee in the morning? Gone, eliminated. I do not know what the science is behind this. The founding story is quite cute. He created it for his daughter because she always had bad breath, but this, I love this product. It's a little bit pricey. It's like £11 I think from Boots. It's always sold out, but it really works and I really like it. I tried it because my friend had it at her house and I was like, oh, I really wanted to try this, is it good? And she was like, yeah, try it. She said she really loves it. You have to use quite a lot. It says to use 1 whole capful for your mouth and then 1 whole capful to gargle with your throat. I just use 1 capful for both and it's still really effective. This is one of those products that I think is absolutely worth the hype. I've never tried any of the other bottles. They have different colours. I think some of them are like minty and some of them are others. This also doesn't have a very strong flavour. It's not like Listerine, which burns your tear ducts out of your eyes to being so minty. Gluten-free, vegan, halal, kosher. I didn't know mouthwash could be unkosher. Yeah, I do really like this and I have rebought it already. I had to leave a little gap between rebuying because it's fucking always sold out, but you can get this physically in Boots now, which is good, because I was going to order it on Amazon, but you can only buy 2 at a time and it was really expensive. When I didn't have it, I felt like I did notice a difference. Next up, I have the Batiste Original Classic Fresh Dry Shampoo. I got this for free in a tote bag from an event. I had multiple cans of this sitting in my cupboard because this is something that's always in gifting bags at events, like when you go to like PR events or influence events. I somehow always end up with a can of Batiste dry shampoo, which is great because it means I haven't had to buy dry shampoo in like 2 or 3 months. But I will say I do not like the Original Classic. I feel like it works okay, but it really leaves a horrible residue in my part that makes me really flaky. Scalp health has been a bit bad recently, which I think is why I've really noticed it with this can, is that there feels like there's a lot more residue than normal. The best way I find to use dry shampoo is to spray it in like a horseshoe shape around your parting and leave it overnight and then brush it through in the morning, and it really just gives it a time to like soak up all that grease and gives you good volume. But I wake up and I'll brush through and it feels like my scalp is literally like flaking off, and I've had some dandruff lately, but I think this is making it worse. This for me is kind of like a last resort of dry shampoo. If they don't have the one I like, which I'll review next, this is what I have to pick up. I try to use this very sparingly as well. Like, I'm not a person that puts dry shampoo straight into her clean hair. I know a lot of people do that if they've got quite fine hair or quite limp hair, just to add a little bit of styling or oomph. I don't think dry shampoo is that good for you. Like, I don't think it's very good for your scalp health. I think it's an okay quick fix. I just don't really like this product. So I don't like it and I wouldn't rebuy it. To say I don't like it feels a bit too strong, especially as I'll rebuy it in a pinch, but it's not my preference. I don't reach for this. Next, I'll review the dry shampoo that I actually like, and it is by Batiste as well, and it is the Volume Dry Shampoo in this brown can. This is much nicer. It doesn't leave such a heavy white residue on your scalp. It is quite white, but not as much as this one. I do the same method, so I'll do this overnight and I'll spray the horseshoe, and it gives such amazing lift to your hair. Even if I wake up with my hair a little bit greasy, and I'll just spray it on quickly while I'm doing my makeup, and then I put like a claw clip in the top, it soaks in a lot quicker. It really does add the instant volume. I will say you can feel it a bit more in your hair, so if you run your fingers through your hair, you can feel it a little bit at the scalp in comparison to the other one, but I assume it's because it's giving you that kind of like fuller lift, that volume. It's usually on offer as well, and this one usually isn't, because I feel like these are quite expensive for how good they are. They're not amazing dry shampoo. I've never tried like a high-end dry shampoo, but I have just ordered one that's a little bit more expensive. I can't remember the brand, it begins with a K, but I thought I'd try it out because it had really good reviews. I've tried the Living Proof one, don't love the smell, but I only borrowed it off a friend. I've never been through a whole can, but I would love to try a full-size can. So yeah, I do really like this, and I would rebuy it. This is the one I always reach for. Camera overheated, which it usually does in summer because I have to record with the window closed. So I have to open my window and like hold the tripod near the open window so it would get a breeze and cool down a bit quicker, and it's still feeling quite warm, but we're gonna resume. Next, I'm gonna talk about a product that I haven't actually finished, but I'm gonna stop using it. It is the Thayer's Soak Your Skin 80-hour liquid moisturizer. It is about a third left, if that, a quarter maybe. I don't usually not finish products, but I'm DNFing this, I'm afraid. Now this was gifted to me with a whole bunch of other Thayer's stuff, and I've only ever tried the Thayer's Rosewater Witch Hazel toner, and I really like that. I got gifted this as part of their new range, which is like Snow Mushroom, Hyaluronic Acid and Shea Butter. And you all know me, you know, I love that little pump serum from Aveeno, and I just ran out of it, so I thought, you know what, let me use this. I thought it might be really nice to try. It felt like a similar texture. It's white, so it's a bit different, and it's very thin. It felt like it soaked in, and unfortunately for me, it's made me break out really terribly. You can probably see I've got like a dark patch on my chin. That's a scar. My skin scars really badly. I've got quite a lot of makeup on right now, but I have around 3 blemishes here. I've got like a few active spots here. I've had quite a lot on my cheeks, and this is the only new product I've introduced into my routine. It's given me a lot of closed comedones as well as like active whiteheads. Now I will say this is obviously personal to my skin. If you got on with this, fine, and this is not to put everyone off it. You might get on with this. My skin is just very sensitive. I have actually stopped accepting skincare PR because all it's doing is making me try new products and messing up my skin, which is kind of annoying, and it's my own fault for accepting it in the first place. But it's just, I don't need it. I've got my routine. I like what I like. I've got a few things that occasionally I'll accept because I want to try. But yeah, I started using this and it was good for like the first week. It was very much an okay product. It smells okay. It's just felt very thin. I thought it can't be doing that much. And then after about 2 weeks, I started getting a few like closed comedones on my cheeks and thought, okay, let me change my pillowcase. And I persevered. I should have stopped right away there. I was a bit confused because I thought maybe it was a purge from my retinol, and I've realised no, it's this. So I'm cutting this out of my routine. Do I like this? No. Would I rebuy this? No, unfortunately not. I have got a little bit left. I'll probably give it to my boyfriend or give it to a friend if they want it. But like I said, everyone's skin is very different. Mine is just very sensitive. Next up, we've got more hair care, and this is the Head and Hair Heal by Maria Neela. This is a 3-minute hair booster mask, finishing hair treatment. I was using this in replacement of conditioner because it's like a 3-minute leave-in. I think that's what you're supposed to do. This was gifted to me with a shampoo, which I haven't tried yet. I'd never heard of this brand. It's a Swedish brand. I get sent quite a lot of hair products, and I have quite high standards for conditioner and shampoo now, so it takes quite a lot to impress me. And you know what? I really liked this little tube. I think this is great for traveling as well, because you've all seen how long my hair is and how thick my hair is. I got about 5 uses out of this tube, which it's not very big. Obviously you can see I've categorically drained it, but I was really impressed that I got about 5 uses out of this tube. It's very nourishing. It feels like it goes a long way, and the tube didn't crack. Sometimes these little aluminium tubes, they break down the side. I found this with nearly all of them I've used, like foundations, skincare, they all crack and start leaking. This one didn't, and obviously you can see I've mangled it. I'm gonna look up what the price is because I think it's more of a high-end product. So a big bottle of the conditioner is £20 on sale at the moment. It's usually 26. I'm not gonna lie, I prefer this packaging. The big bottles is just like a traditional bottle, but the minis of this is £9. So I feel like this is really good to have if you travel a lot, or if you just want to take like a small shampoo and conditioner with you. This could be like your small conditioner, because even when it was full, it wasn't massive and you get so much use out of it. I really like it for that. It's good for holiday, I think. Do I like this? Yes. Would I rebuy this? Yes, but only this size. I know that sounds so silly, but only this size. I was expecting this to be like one use of conditioner for me when I got it. I have quite a lot of perfume bits in here, so we'll go through some of those now. So the first empty I have for perfume is Mojave Ghost by Byredo. I got the Byredo Discovery kit for Christmas, so I got like 5 of these little mini samples. I've always really wanted to try Byredo fragrances. I'm gonna find the notes for you so I can read them to you. Mojave Ghost wasn't my favourite, which really surprises me because it is so popular. I was really looking forward to trying this one. Musky amber, powdery violet, crisp amber and cedarwood, and it's woody and enticing composition. I personally didn't get much of the woody smell. I definitely got the amber, but it is way too powdery for me to enjoy. I didn't dislike it. I was just surprised because it's not what I was expecting. Mojave Ghost to me sounds really musky, really woody, almost quite masculine. I know a lot of Byredo scents are unisex, but I was expecting this to err on like the masculine side. Really got that powdery violet smell on my skin. I didn't get any of that kind of musk or that woodiness. And yeah, I was just like, oh, this is the one that people absolutely love. I get why people love it, and I've definitely smelled it on people before. Now I smell it, I was just surprised. So I'm gonna say that I don't like it and that I definitely wouldn't rebuy it. Byredo prices are, for me, prices that you have to love a perfume to buy it, and this just didn't cut it for me. Let me show you. This is Blanche by Byredo. I fucking loved this. This was the last perfume that I picked up in my sample kit. I saw this, I saw Blanche, I thought, oh, it's going to be a white floral, and I hate a white floral. Let me leave it behind. I still have one that I haven't finished that's in my cupboard that will be in the next product reviews, but this was, oh my god. I think because I wasn't expecting it, I loved it so much. So let's find the notes. Now, it's not usually my type of perfume. I really like deep, musky, woody, masculine scents. So like some of my favourite perfumes are Spice Bomb by Viktor and Rolf, Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford. I like Oud Isofam by Dior. I like very deep, wintry, sneezy perfumes. I'm probably mispronouncing the Dior one, but the notes of Blanche are aldehyde, rose, peony, violet, musks and sandalwood. On the website it says, Blanche explores the smell of texture and skin, body slipping between sheets, laundry baskets filled to the brim, and a punch of deodorant. So it's supposed to smell like the allure and the intimacy of human touch. I've never smelled it, but this is how I imagine You by Glossier would smell, in the same kind of category. And when I smell Missing Person by Fleur, it smells very similar. This was absolutely insane. This was not white florals like I thought. I sprayed a few sprays on myself and I went to work and I just could not stop smelling myself. You definitely get this laundry, detergent, clean sheet smell, but a bit more lived in, like the morning after kind of vibes. I was really pleasantly surprised by this, and I would consider buying a full-size bottle of this. I just loved it so much. It reminded me of one of my favourite perfumes, which is Warm Cotton by Clean Reserve. It smells very cottony, very cleanly, very linen-y. I just loved it. It's very subtle, and it's a bit more subtle than I like my perfumes to be. And I don't mean subtle in that like only I can smell it, because Doug could definitely smell it on me. It's subtle in the way that I like perfumes that are a punch in the face and arguably overpowering, and people with sensitive noses probably wouldn't like them. So for me, this is a nice like office safe perfume, because I work in a very small enclosed office and I have a few colleagues and co-workers with like smell sensitivity and allergies, so I try not to wear perfume to the office because it just feels a bit antisocial. But this for me would be my office perfume. So I'm gonna say yes, I like this, and I'm gonna say I would spend £220 on a full-size bottle of it, which I know is crazy. I'm not gonna, I don't have the money to, but I would. If I had that money, I would. I feel like I shouldn't even put this product in my videos anymore because it features literally every single video, and it is the Dettol antibacterial bar soap. I feel like that's not focusing. You all know the tea with this product. It is an antibacterial bar soap. It smells like Dettol. It smells amazing. It's for your skin. I know a lot of people are confused that Dettol do products that aren't just for cleaning. They do like a bath range as well. So they do stuff that you can put in the bath. They do soap. They do hand wash. I love this. I use the soap first in the shower with an African exfoliating net, and then I go in and use a shower gel, and it's just really nice. If you have very sensitive skin, you might find it's a little bit too stripping or a bit drying, so just bear that in mind. And it does have a very strong Dettol scent, so if you're someone that's not really into scented soap products, you probably won't like it. But yeah, you can get this at Boots, you can get this at Savers. It's nearly always sold out, but I just love it so much, so I always rebuy it. It comes in a 2-pack and I do like it very, very much. Next up is the Inkey List Caffeine Eye Cream. So I bought this after reading up a lot about eye creams. Funnily enough, my eyes look quite tired today. After reading up about eye creams and learning that essentially, it might not be true, do your own research, but the only thing that's really going to depuff your eyes and improve the appearance of your under eye products is an eye cream that contains caffeine. I do really like this. I think it really works. I wake up with a very puffy, swollen, like water retention-y face. So in the morning I try do a bit of gua sha if I remember with a facial oil, but I always put this on. I leave this on my bedside table actually. I have a little like abalone shell that I put this in. So the first thing I do is I put it on and then I go downstairs and eat my breakfast and drink my tea. And then by the time I am ready to put my makeup on, it's all soaked in. I will say if you do put a little bit too much on, it pills with my concealer, but it's not the end of the world because I can just wipe it off. But yeah, I do feel like it does make a difference. 5-10 minutes, it really works. It's a really good price point. It lasts quite a long time. The only thing I don't like about Inkey List products is that all of their like black writing and stuff starts to come off and chip. I find that really annoying when products do that, but that is like my only criticism of it. It's really good value, it works. It hasn't like given me any milia under my eyes because I used to use a really rich eye cream that would like clog up and give me like under skin texture there. But yeah, I do really like this and I would rebuy it. Luckily I didn't need to rebuy it because the Inkey List sent me some more, so that's great. So some more hair care. This is the Amika Hydro Rush conditioner. So this was gifted. I got this a really long time ago and I just end up with so many shampoos and conditioners that it takes me a really long while to get through them. So I've kind of stopped accepting a lot of like PR now unless I really want to try it because of this. So I reviewed the shampoo. I got them as a duo. I reviewed it a couple of videos back in the product empties. I don't remember which one it was. And do you know what? I literally used this yesterday. I was going through my cupboard to see which conditioner I wanted to use and I saw that I had like a couple of inches of this left, so I thought I'd use it. And I was really hesitant to use it because I remember not liking this. I love the packaging. The packaging's really nice, and one of my favourite things about this packaging is it's easy to squeeze. So one of my big pet peeves with shampoos and conditioners, and it's kind of like an accessibility pet peeve, is when the packaging is really hard to squeeze and as a result it's really hard to get out. I don't know, it's just one of my things that I really don't like about a lot of products, is that they're really hard to get out of the container. So it gets a plus point for the packaging. Unfortunately, that's where my like for this product ends quite swiftly. I was really disappointed that I really don't like this product at all. It's supposed to be an intense moisture conditioner, and so when it's on, there's no problems there. It's like a nice texture, the scent is okay, it's quite mild, it feels all right in my hair. Every single time I've used this, it leaves my hair feeling so dry. It feels like there's a residue on my hair. My hair feels really coarse. I'm just really unhappy with my hair now. Like I washed it yesterday, that's why it's up. It just does not feel good. I remember the first time I used this, I thought maybe I hadn't washed it out of my hair properly. So I've been really thorough with washing it out of my hair because that's what it felt like. It felt like there was a weird coating or like residue on my strands, and my hair didn't feel like silky and clean. It felt like really coarse. But now I've washed it all out my hair properly. I just didn't like it. It's just not for my hair, clearly. It's a shame because I've heard really great things about Amika products, and I don't doubt that there's probably some other products in their range which are better suited to my hair, but with the price point I'll probably not buy it to try it again. I see so many people that love Amika, but I've also never seen anyone review the blue one before. I have an Amika hot tool actually that I love, that's amazing, and I've always wanted to try some of their other products, but this has just scarred me. The packaging is beautiful, so it's a shame, but yeah, it's just not for me, unfortunately. So no, I don't like it, and no, I will never rebuy it. Next, this is a bit nondescript, but it's specifically razor refills from the brand FFS. I have a razor that's like a reusable brand, kind of like Estrid or one of the other ones, and it's called FFS. I got it for £1. One of my friends had a code, and it's a subscription service, and they kept sending me razors, and I didn't realise I was being charged for it, like razor blades. So I've got like the metal component and a little thing to stick it to the wall, which didn't stay stuck to the wall, and I didn't realise they charged me like a couple of quid a month, and they kept sending me razor blades and like cartridges, which I didn't actually realise. I only just cancelled it, but I had like 10 of these, so I've been trying to get through them. Do you know what I will say? I don't really love my FFS razor. I like it for shaving my legs. It does an okay job, like it feels smooth. The metal handle is quite nice. It feels heavy, it feels quite expensive, but if you shave like intimate areas, I don't like it for that. It's really not a good razor for that. I prefer men's razors generally. I prefer razors that don't bend or move and that have quite like, you know, a lot of women's razors have like quite a big head. They're like shaped strangely to like fit the contours of your body. I just prefer like a straight men's razor that's like 5 or 6 blades, because if it can move when I'm shaving, it's scaring me because it will move in a place that I don't want it to move, and I've cut myself before and it's not worth it. I wouldn't go out of my way to purchase more. I like the reusable blade model. I think it's good, it's not wasteful. I will say I'll probably never go back to buying like disposable razors, or you know, like razors you can only use a few times again, but I don't really like them for shaving down there. I get waxed now anyway, so that's kind of deleted that problem. I do like these. I probably won't rebuy them. I have quite a lot of these little cartridges now, so when they run out, I will probably just rebuy some heads that fit it from another brand. I really like just being able to pick something up in a shop, support the high street, you know, all of that. I just don't like ordering things at home. Next up is my tried and true. This is the Aveeno Oat Cleanser. You all know this is my girl. I don't change my skincare routine that much, although I am using a new cleanser at the moment. I just started one. This is the Aveeno Nourishing Oat Cleanser. I use this as my second cleanse. It's a nice thin gel cleanser texture. If you have sensitive skin or skin that's maybe quite prone to getting clogged, you might like this. It's not super expensive. It's about £11, I think. You can usually get it on offer. It lasts a long time. I wish, again, as I always do with brands, that they do bigger components and refill packs. This lasts me probably like a month, 2 months maybe, and I hate having to rebuy one of these like plastic units every single time. Really like this. It's a really good texture. It's nice and soothing. It never burns, which I found a lot of cream or second cleansers can sometimes like burn sensitive skin, especially if you're using retinol actives. If this has no fans, then I'm dead. So I do love this and I would rebuy it. Next up is some supplements. I'm going to preface all the supplement chat by saying that please do your own research on supplements. I very much appreciate the people that have kind of provided some advice or education in the comments when I've previously spoken about supplements, but due to like some medical stuff I have consulted with my doctors about it, so I know that this is good for me. So please do your own research about what might be good for you, and do not take my advice as a stranger on the internet with different health needs and concerns to yours. So I always feel a bit weird talking about and like promoting supplements. I don't think it's something I'll ever do, just purely based on the fact that we're all so different. Everyone has different needs. I don't know, it scares me, you know, talking about like how I use supplements, because I would hate for someone to start taking them and then have like a bad experience or get really unwell. So yeah, just bear that in mind. I don't know you, you don't know me. Let's do our own research about what we take. I think there's so many sweeping statements on like TikTok and online with supplements like, oh my god, you need to take this, you'll feel so much better, and it's like, actually, let's look at the amounts here. And with that being said, I have an empty packet of magnesium tablets. These are 375 milligrams. These are from Holland & Barrett. They're great for muscle care, for sleeping through the night. I have some quite bad joints and some joint pain, and I do find that these really help. This is not the only supplement I take for joints, but the other ones downstairs, I take glucosamine. I often really struggle to sleep through the night, so I found that magnesium before bed really helps. I don't take it every single night just because the dosage is quite high on this one, and I know for some people it can make you really ill if you're not magnesium deficient. I took a break from this for about 2 months because it was in a couple of my product empties videos before, to see if it helped or made anything worse, and it did mean my joints got a little bit more achy where I have some problems. I did definitely notice a difference in my quality of sleep as well. So yeah, I do really like this and I will be rebuying it. Next up, I'm going to talk about these at the same time, still in vitamins and supplements, and one of them is a high strength vitamin C soluble tablet, and one of them is a vitamin D3 soluble tablet. I wasn't taking these at the same time. I usually have one of these every morning in a big glass of water when I get to work. Vitamin C supports the immune system. Vitamin D, like nearly everyone in the UK, is vitamin D deficient apparently, so it's supposed to really help with ADHD as well. I honestly feel no kind of way about this. These ones taste really good. These are the Tesco own brand ones. They're orange flavour, but they're quite like a nice strong orange flavour, although it does look radioactive when it's in the water. I usually always take like a vitamin C or some kind of like daily immune support thing, and I'm not really the kind of person that gets sick very often. When I do, I get sick quite badly, but this seems to be helping. I was sick quite a lot at the beginning of the year and I wasn't taking anything like this, so I'd imagine that that's why that's helping me. And then the vitamin D3 I started taking instead of that. I like this flavour, it's raspberry, you know. This is from Holland & Barrett, and I think it's quite hard to find soluble vitamin tablets that aren't orange flavour. I just get quite bored of that flavour. They did a really nice like limey one as well that was quite good, that I think I tried before. Or was it pomegranate and lime or something? It was something like that. This is 3000 IU. This is quite a high strength one. I have ADHD. Vitamin D is supposed to be really helpful for people with ADHD. No complaints. So I do like both of these. I would rebuy both of these. Next up, one of my favourite shower gels. It is the Brazilian Love. This is by a brand called Treacle Moon. You've all seen this 1,000 times in my videos. You can get these in Tesco, you can get them in Boots, in Superdrug. This smells exactly like the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Bum Bum Cream. They also do a shower gel. I haven't smelt that, but I'd imagine it's the same scent. It's called Brazilian Foreplay, like 4 with a 4. I really like this. It's a creamy, yummy, summery scent. They also do a honey one that's really nice. It's really caramelly, so if you prefer that, try that. And I'm using the cherry one at the moment, and it's okay. It just smells like a cherry Bakewell. It's not like real fruit cherry, like black cherry. It's like almondy cherry Bakewell, like sweets cherry. I do like that. I would rebuy it. The only reason I haven't rebought that one is because I haven't seen it in the supermarkets anywhere. I usually get it on my food shop, but they only had the cherry one this week, so I got that instead. Next up is the Back Rescue Remedy in the dropper bottle. I got this from Holland & Barrett. You can get it like everywhere. It's a little glass dropper bottle. This is an alcoholic tincture that helps with stress, anxiety, any kind of not feeling very good. It's supposed to like comfort you. Flower essences in a grape alcohol solution dropper format. You're supposed to put it in your drink or under your tongue. I usually put a little bit in my drink in the morning, so I'll put a bit in with this in my first drink of the morning. I almost always have this in my bag now, only because my medication, it's a stimulant and it makes me a little bit anxious in the morning, or if I've had like too much coffee. So if I have a little bit of morning anxiety or just feeling a little bit stressed from work, I always have this in my makeup bag, and I just do like under my tongue for a more quicker effect, or I usually just have it in my water, and it doesn't really taste like much. If you put it under your tongue, you can taste the alcohol. It's not very nice. They also do like a pastil, like a Rescue Remedy pastil in a thing, but I don't want to eat sweets or like chewing sweets. I just prefer that because it's easier. I would recommend this. I've been having this since I was like young. Like my dad used to give it to me like when I was at school and was like nervous about exams and anything. It doesn't make you feel weird like at all. It's not like an anti-anxiety that makes you feel like high or whatever. It's just a nice little reassuring, calming energy. So yeah, I would recommend this. You can get this at like any health food shops, Holland & Barrett. I think you can get them in Superdrug and Boots, and I would rebuy it. 2 trusty tried and trues that are always in here. This is the Revolution Microfine Brow Pencil in dark brown. This is what I've got on my eyebrows today. One end is a spoolie, which you can't see, and the other end is a very, very thin, you're not going to be able to see it, very, very thin brow pencil. They're both run out, so you can't see it, but I buy them in dark brown. I love this. It's like £4, £4.99 or something. The price is slowly going up, but it just works really well for my eyebrows, and you can do like a nice like natural look if you prefer. This is quite a full look. My only thing is they run out very quickly. I usually go through like one a month. I just prefer products to last me a bit longer, but I get it, it's thin, it's quite creamy, so it disappears quite quickly. This will always be in my product empties. I have not found a brow product to replace this. I don't care to. It's cheap and it does the job. In case it's not obvious, I do like it and I would rebuy it. Next up is a hair product I've been using for a very long time. I can't believe it's finally run out. It was gifted to me. It's the K18 Leave-In Molecular Repair Hair Mask. This is quite unlike any product I've ever used, if I'm completely honest. You've probably seen this on my channel a few times if you've ever watched anything like my Sunday Reset vlogs or anything like that, because I don't use this every single hair wash. It's quite hard to remember to use, to be honest. It is a leave-in hair mask, as the package states. So you shampoo your hair in the bath, in the shower, whatever you do, and then you don't condition your hair. That's what it says on the instructions. I'll go through with you what I do. So you don't condition your hair, towel dry your hair, then I brush my hair. I have quite a lot of hair, so I split it into 2 sections down the middle. I do 1 pump in my hands, and then you rub it together till it completely emulsifies and you end up with white spooky looking hands, and then you pat it on one side, mush it all in, and then brush it out, brush it through, even comb it through your hair, and then you do the same on the other side. So you're only using about 2 pumps for hair that's as long as and thick as mine, and you let it sit for about 4 minutes and you don't rinse it out, and that's it. I found when I was doing that the first few times my hair still felt quite dry. It felt all right, but it felt quite dry. So now what I do is I condition and then use this as like a leave-in after, and it leaves my hair feeling amazing. I probably use it about every other wash because I don't have any dye in my hair anymore or any kind of bleach, and I think this is supposed to target very heat damaged, bleach damaged or over processed hair. Obviously I use quite a lot of heat on my hair, so that's why I use it kind of every other wash, and it just keeps me feeling good. One thing I know about K18 is I've been to quite a few of their events now and spoken to quite a few of their team. I actually met the founder as well. He's a really, really nice guy. He's really passionate about what he does. He's a chemist or in some kind of like sciencey, he's a scientist, I think. I don't remember, this is all me rambling now, but one thing they care about is the science. So if you look up the science of this specific product, you'll find it, and it's really, really good. It's very, very expensive, but this has lasted me well over a year for this. I already had a new one like ready to go because I really, really like this. I think it's really worth it, and what I will say is I would definitely recommend getting it if you have processed hair, bleached hair, hair is snapping, anything like that. If you're an unnatural blonde, I could not recommend this more because I think it's really good for that. I'd say if you probably have like natural virgin hair and you don't heat style your hair very often, you probably don't need this. It's like very much a nice to have for me, but because I use so much heat on my hair, that's why I like it. I do really like this. I would buy it with my own money. I know that this is a gifted product to me, but yeah, I would buy it with my own money even though it's very expensive. The next product I'm going to show you, I don't have anymore because this is what it looks like. It's literally just a rope, but I have a new one of it, so I'm going to show you the new one and you'll have to imagine it in the other colour. This was a soap by a brand called Clean Soaps, and I had it in the scent Blue Velvet. Let me get it out of here. This is what the packaging looks like. Really, really nice packaging. This was gifted to me as well, by the way. So this is what it originally would have looked like. It's a big, lovely soap on a rope in a block, and mine was like a dark navy blue. The scent for Blue Velvet is cedarwood bergamot, and it's got activated charcoal in it. So this is like a very eco-friendly, sustainable brand. You'll see that like none of their packaging is plastic. The rope is biodegradable. The outside little cover is paper. So yeah, I got sent these and I fucking loved it. I loved the scent. They got the scent really right for me because I said I prefer like deeper, more masculine scent, something a bit more unisex, and Blue Velvet was exactly that. It was a really nice like wintry fragrance. I love how these look hanging in the shower. I have a shower that is not really like conducive of having like a shower tray or like something to put my soap in, and I'm not gonna lie, I hate the slimy like gunk residue you get in the bottom of soap trays anyway, so I just think this is so nice because I just hung it on the shower and you could just put your flannel around it and soap it up. I I have to give the brand points as well. It's like a small business. Their ethos is really good. They're very sustainable. A bar of soap is £12, which seems costly for soap, but you've got to remember it's a small independent business. They pay for all their ingredients fairly. Everything's made in-house. They obviously pay themselves like a decent wage. So I love this. I would really recommend it. If you're going to buy soap, do it from this. Support small businesses. I say with almost only products from corporations in here, but don't read me. Right, next is my Wild deodorant refill in the scent Coconut and Vanilla. I really was looking for this. I wanted this scent for a long time and I couldn't find it anywhere, and I'm not gonna lie, it smells so good. Although now we're coming into summer, I do feel like I'm putting my natural deodorant to the test. My medication that I'm on makes me sweat excessively, and I do really like this scent and I do feel like it really works. I know some of the Wild deodorant scents work more effectively than others. I do think the sea salt one works a touch better than the Coconut and Vanilla, which is a shame because I prefer the scent of this. I don't really like sea salt, sagey, you know, like plain smells. But I will also say that I haven't been taking my medication when I was doing the sea salt and vanilla, sea salt and sage one. So it kind of feels like an unfair comparison. I know they don't work for everyone. A lot of people have recommended me Fussy. I'm just trying to figure out if Fussy work in my Wild component because I don't want to have to buy a new component for it. I'm so sorry, there's like an angle grinder going in the background. I'm so sorry. I do like this and I would rebuy this scent specifically. Last product is my tried and true Ordinary Squalane cleanser. I really don't have much to say about this other than the fact that I really like it. I've started emulsifying my cleanser with water at the end as well, and it's really helping break down everything off my face. I feel like it's a really easy cleanser. I don't need a lot of it, just a small like coin sized amount to get all my makeup off. I will say the only thing that I have that I don't love about it is it takes quite a while to like break down, so I'm like massaging it into my skin and it really just takes a second and then you feel it kind of slip and it gets everything off. So I massage my cleanser into my face for 60 seconds anyway, so I would really recommend doing that. It just really gives you an opportunity to work into your skin, and then I emulsify it with water and it works really well for me. I like that you can get two sizes for travel size as well. They do 100ml. I think this is the 150ml, and you know what, it's a reasonable price. I like it. Yeah, I really like it. It works really well, and I do constantly always rebuy it. That was everything. I feel like that wasn't as many products as usual. It's probably about 20 there. I'm going to give them a count in a second and go through it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. One thing I will say is I know that that's an abnormal amount of plastic for one person, and I do use the Boots recycling scheme, Scan to Recycle. So if you also have equally just as much stuff, I would recommend doing the same. You get Boots points for recycling your products. The only thing it doesn't accept usually is aerosols. But yeah, John Lewis do a similar scheme if you don't have a Boots near you, but I would really recommend buying less stuff. Yeah, I guess that's just like a call to make slightly more sustainable choices and buy slightly less things, because we don't need as many things as we think we do. And a lot of this has been accumulated over months, not weeks. Yeah, thank you for watching. My video upload schedule is Wednesdays and Sundays around 6 PM. I'll put a link for my last product empties in the description box, along with all my socials and everything, so you can follow me on other platforms if you need. Remember to let me know what you think of this video, if you got on with any of the products that I didn't like, or vice versa. I think it's always really interesting to hear people's opinions on products, and if anything, it helps better inform everyone about what products to buy if you're thinking about any of them. If you liked today's video, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed or dropped a little like, and I will see you on the next video, friends. Goodbye and have a lovely rest of your week.